This is Modern Aging. It's good to be here today. We've had a wonderful show today, and we've saved the best for last, and that would be Wendy Johnson, Vice President of Philanthropy for Glencroft, and Gabe Vazquez, the Marketing and Media Director here. Now, some of the people who've been on previously might quarrel with that, but Wendy is the one who brings in the money. And like any organization, Glencroft runs on money, that we need to support everything going on here, and that involves an investment by people in Glencroft.
It really takes a village, Yes. So nothing in the world moves for free. And Glencroft stands to serve the local community and the people. Being a not-for-profit organization, we live to serve, to empower people to live their best lives, basically.
And one of the most important parts for us is to be able to fill the gaps between what's available and what is needed. And sometimes that gap is so large because people can't fill it themselves. And so through our fundraising efforts, we are trying to fill those gaps so that every person has access. Every person has the dignity to know that they're just like their neighbor. They're not being treated better or worse. They're all being treated to the level that we want them to have, a sense of respect and belonging here at Glencroft. And so that's really important. So my team's job is to raise the funds we need to gap fill. And sometimes those gaps are greater than people even realize.
How do you do that? What are the things you do during the course of the year to be able to raise the money that can fill the gap between various different funding sources?
Well, one of the ways is that we are in the competitive market of grants, both governmental, local, municipal. We also work with grantors. There are agencies here in the Valley that are well-known philanthropic agencies that provide grant funds for certain projects. We also have committed individuals who have placed us on their giving choice. We are an Arizona tax credit qualified charity, so people can give gifts to Glencroft and it can go right towards their Arizona tax credit. It's a 1-for-1 redemption. For every dollar you get to give to Glencroft, your Arizona state tax drops $1. And so it usually people end up not paying or getting a refund when they use their Arizona tax credit opportunities. So we do a lot of that. And then we try to develop new opportunities for people to get engaged with us in ways that sustain the needs we have.
Now, I want to emphasize that tax credit.
Yeah.
My understanding is only 6% of the people in Arizona take advantage of that. So we're going to be running some public service announcements to drive up the number, because if you could imagine that with only 6, and that number has gone up a little bit, but with only 6% participate, what if you could get to 25 or 50%?
That's a huge difference, because honestly, people just don't realize that it's free money on the table. I mean, for couples, what's the dollar amount?
I think it's $479 this year, or for individuals, $979 for married filing jointly. The biggest issue is I will tell you, our number one tax credit donor is our employees. 62% of our employees make their Arizona tax credit as a payroll deduction because they know it impacts. This year, they have contributed and we have distributed $42,000 that we couldn't have done without their gifts. We gave to residents who had emergencies through that fund. We've had employees with emergencies. We've paid through that. We have a car donation program and help sustain that so we can move that through to get cars in the hands of people who really need them. There's so many opportunities, scholarship, going back to school, getting your licensure, all those extras that help you move along in your life. Our employees contribute every month, and they are our biggest tax credit donors because they know that money is offsetting real need. And they lower their taxes, which is a bonus.
The tax credit, only 6% of people are even using it now.
Yeah, the tax credit thing is such an important thing because it's really free money. If you don't make the donation and direct it to Glencroft, the state's going to take it. And so the thing that's very important in regard to this is people understand how it works. You have to make the donation before April 15th, and then you enter the information on your tax form. But we're going to be working, we've done a lot of work with organizations in recent years in regard to the tax credit. We had one organization that one of our people went to, and she said, worked very well for us last year. He said, how could you tell? She said, I could tell from the zip codes that being on KFNX, the zip codes were far beyond of where they were previously. We will work with you on that. We value our relationship with Glencroft, and my goal is to help raise that number from 6% to even if we can go to 7% or 10%, what that could mean. And the thing is, is we interview a lot of people in regard to the tax credit thing. The need in Arizona in so many different categories is phenomenal. So you can count on us helping to spread the Glencroft message in regard to the tax credit. Now, you've also got something coming up. It is called Giving Tuesday.
Yes.
What happens there?
So Giving Tuesday is a national initiative for the Tuesday after Thanksgiving that encourages people, okay, you had a great dinner on Thursday, you hit all the Black Friday sales, you went to your Saturday small business and helped them. Come Tuesday, you need to give back to your community. That's going to wrap up that 5-day spending and celebration. And through Giving Tuesday, you can contribute to your favorite nonprofit, which of course is Glencroft, and you want to give toward whatever that is funding. For us, it is the launch of our 2026 Farmers Market.
Cool.
And our Farmers Market is a rebrand of a project we have called the Food Pantry. But what we've discovered is the phrase food pantry sounds benevolent, it sounds need-based, it sounds pejorative, and sometimes people get embarrassed by needing or feeling like they're taking advantage. The Glencroft Food Pantry is for our residents to come and get what they cannot possibly access on their own because of transportation, because of income, because of opportunity to go do that. Our food pantry, our farmers market, is a joyful one-day distribution each month of as much fresh fruits and vegetables as we can afford to put out there, plus some staples. Things like cottage cheese with fruit is a big hit. They had milk this month. They could get, things that aren't easily ordered online and delivered to your home if they're doing that. We have one lady here who goes to Walmart every other week in her scooter. It's 1.5 miles. And she goes round trip 3 miles to pick up things from Walmart for herself. And she said, I love the food pantry, the farmer's market, because when it's hot, I know I can get fresh fruits and vegetables at the market and not have to try it to haul it home from Walmart. So, access and the ability to get what you need when you need it. For our folks, it's about knowing that we care that they have a healthy life. Right, so we're not putting out cans of chickpeas and day-old bread and macaroni and cheese. We have got table upon table upon table of fresh fruits and vegetables, of fresh dairy, of things that they not necessarily would indulge in with their income. And most of our folks are on meal plans here, so this is supplemental. This is adding to the quality of their life. And by making it not a food pantry, but a farmer's market, it's open to all. In fact, I have used the phrase free for all in kind of talking about it, because sometimes it feels like that, but it is free for all of our residents to come get what they need.
But now, correct me if I'm wrong, but generally people understand about food pantries could be second-hand or third-hand items, right, that are being offered. But it's very rare to see perishables like dairy and fresh produce. But everything that is in this Glencroft Farmers Market is brand new, first-hand items from
delivered
bona fide
fresh
registered vendors. It's actually fresh material with these funds to provide fresh produce and products. Right?
Yeah, it's delivered and distributed same day.
And-
The most important thing to us is that it is safe and healthy.
And how can people make the contribution to Glencroft to be able to support that?
Well, they can go to our Giving Tuesday link, which they can find by Googling us for Giving Tuesday. The other is they can come to our Glencroft website, and we have a online gift form, and they can make a contribution there. To give you perspective, when I got here, we were distributing $2,500 a month in fruits and vegetables. We've slowly increased it to $5,000, and we're still running out of food. We believe that the opportunity for our seniors to come get what they need and what they want. We don't pre-box it and hand it to them. They shop. They come through and fill their own bag, and they determine what they want to eat and what vegetables they want and what fruits they want, and they sure tell us if we picked the wrong one, and that's great, because then we adjust and we help them get what they need to feel good about aging in place, which is really, Glencroft's about a rich life. We want people to be fulfilled, to be healthy, to have the best rest of their life possible. And food is a core part of health and wellness. And so having access to healthy food is part of our agenda.
Well, Wendy, thank you. Wendy is the Vice President of Philanthropy. Gabe Vazquez is also with us, Marketing and Media Director. You have got a lot going on here, and we covered a lot today. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
Yeah, thank you so much.